go to the records, you'll find the Waziri, the Honorable Bamunga, Eliud Bamunga, received our complaint, written by Mr. Chacha somebody, it is there. But it was ignored. Why? Powerful people who are interested in this piece of land just ignored it. So there was a letter asking that no, we need to be included. Fast forward, Chair, 1985, thereabout. That's when all that is happening now. 1989, the PC Nyanza, no, Rift Valley, sorry, Mr. Yusuf Haji, and God rest his soul, is no longer with us, comes to Longorian and he calls a big gathering. That is why when people here are saying that they don't even know, you start wondering, but how does government work? It works through barazas also. You know, it does work through barazas. So the PC Yusuf Haji calls a baraza, shows up in the Longorian, where so many of the people seated here were present, and he gives the Kuria people 3 days to move. 3 days. Immediately after 3 days were lapsed, there was a contingent of the most heavily armed GSU and any other government force you can imagine descended on this land and evicted the Kuria people in the manner that is recorded in the Akiwome report. Crops were slashed, burnt, houses were burnt, our women were raped, children were harassed, people were killed. And these are people, real people. Our graves was, it was a mayhem.
Sorry.
Chair, I must finish.
Kidogo,
yes, Chair.
Before you finish. But yes, when
I have just prescribed. But then, Chair, everybody here has avoided the fact that this land, this is our purchase. Despite it being historically our land, for purposes of peace, and the Kuria people have always done that. Even now, if you listen to the PS, you'll discover that our people have even bent forward even further. And I want to thank the NLC because the determination of NLC actually sits it. It was very difficult for us as leaders, Mheshimiwa Robi and myself, to actually convince the Kuria people that, look, let's settle. Because so many people have died. You know, Chair, those that are claiming that the place is fully occupied, including Mheshimiwa Sunkuli here, who sits on that land, is unable to even go there. He cannot go there. Because when he shows up there, he finds people, original owners of the land, on the land. He cannot access. But on records, and I really like the way ministry likes records. It is good and convenient to have records to oppress, but it's so convenient when a people are asking for their rights, they are told bring records. And these are people who have no, historically they do not have the who is who in government to protect them. So Chair, how did the money get, the cows get distributed? Because these are purchases. There were 3 communities that received payment in lieu of this land so that the matter can be settled. The Puko Masai, whom we do not border and we do not have any claim with at all, they received 1,189 heads of cattle. And the person who received these cows was a chief at the time. I think it was a paramount chief or senior chief or something. He's known as Ole Ntutu. Records are there. I'm sure his family is aware. They know that Ole Ntutu received cows in payment of this land on behalf of the Purko Masai, because I think the Muzungu was imagining that they need to bring them on board. The Moitanic received 1,188 head of cattle, and the person who received on their behalf is a gentleman called Ole Nkoidila. All the Muzungu could have written that. Maybe the locally is known as Ngwetera. No, that is the Syrian elder. The Moitanic elder was Olegaga, an elder, who received 1,189 heads of cattle. The Syrian elder, Nkoida, received 1,189. And 88, sorry. That is the true record as found in the records of the Muzungu. This is a court. And then the court took 435 cows as court fees. And then they sealed this matter. And according to the records of the colonial people, the area was peaceful. And that was in 1955. 29th June 1955. The letter that has been written by the then DC Narok and the then DC Kisi, the then DC Tarime, and all those that were there at the time, they did assert that now the matter has been sorted. And believe me, Chair, since 1955, that area was peaceful until 1989. Anybody can calculate that period. A DC shows up, a PC shows up, and then he gives the Kuria people 3 days to move out of their land. And then they do exactly what the Honorable Sunkulit is saying. They push the people of Kuria from their land, and I want to thank the Honorable Matthias Robi. The Constitution does not spell out that a Kuria can only own land in Migori. Such abuse of responsibility should not be allowed. The Honorable Sunkuli here has been perpetuating that narrative that the Kuria should just move to Migori. What were Migori waende? What were Migori waende? And that is what the late Yusuf had. And I say again, may God rest his soul in peace. You will sit and listen because we listened to you. Yes, it is. That's exactly what you've been doing. You know. Yeah.
There's nothing out of order.
Chair, why would a government go against its own settlement arrangement? The colonial government was a government. We were paying taxes, everybody was abiding to it. 1989, we had a government that preferred to evict in an xenophobic manner, to evict our people. And that is okay. The court findings and rulings of the colonial courts are now being told that they should not be considered, but at the same breath, we should listen to the court proceedings of the time, of the day. Chair, court is court. Court did a determination, gave us our land when we paid for it and there was peace. Government came, disturbed the peace, evicted our people, and then they have been using the court system, the justice system, using power to deny our people rights. So, Chair, as I conclude, the recent court, it never said that the National Land Commission was wrong. It said there was no hearing before them. How? Because, Chair, apparently there's a certain prescribed form